First off, Courtney, congrats on hosting again and getting the 11th seed. Um,
Oh, there, got it. Okay.
so it's kind of a very similar field to last year. Number one, having Oregon come, and then you open with an Ivy League team. Just thoughts on the field that you got?
Well, I think that all the fields at this point are hard. Everybody um, has earned this, and everybody's won. Like they've won a good chunk of games. Harvard, I mean, they were in a battle in the Ivy tournament. I was following it with having Princeton last year, and just liking how their format is. I guess I just am so intrigued by it. And so it's a tough draw, but every draw is tough at this point. I'm just really excited for our student athletes to stay home another weekend and get to play in Bogle and get to play in front of our fans. And so it's just exciting. It's always exciting to see your name on the board on Selection Sunday.
And then fresh off just the SEC tournament, you had a feeling whenever you saw Tennessee go 4 and Alabama 5 that it might be a strong seed for the conference. And the SEC had 5 teams hosting, which is the most of any conference. Will you just speak on kind of, now that you've gone through the whole SEC season, the depth of the league?
Oh, well, the depth of the league is unmatched. I mean, it's so strong top to bottom, and it's why you play in it. You play in it because you get to play the best. I mean, you get to play top competition. And so I'm excited. I think it's really cool to have that many hosting. I think it's pretty awesome to see how many we got in the tournament altogether. So it's great.
Thanks.
Pardon me if you can't hear me. They're cleaning the press box down in baseball. But anybody that has come out and watched y'all play has seen great softball over the years. But when you get teams with names and sports programs like Notre Dame and Oregon, Harvard obviously is a great school. Just talk about how that might even generate more interest when you have names like that to go along with y'all's.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some big brands name, coming in and have a great following. And so I hope that there's a ton of matchups that just continue to get more interest, not only in Bogle and in Fayetteville, but across the country. Because the sport just keeps growing. And so when you decide to watch, if your team's Notre Dame and you decide to watch them and you're seeing a high level of softball in a beautiful stadium, then the sport continues to grow. So it's exciting.
It's nice to have a few days, rest before you get back going. Y'all been going at it pretty hard.
Oh yeah. I mean, our season is maybe one of the most strenuous when you're play 56 regular season games, 55, 56 regular season games. I think when you talk to other coaches and you say how many games you play regular season, they're just like appalled, like they're just like, it blows their mind. So it's a long season, but that's what we're used to. And it's nice to get a break at this time of year, not just physically, but mentally. And so, even tomorrow, we watched here at my house tonight. We have the day off tomorrow and we get ready to roll on Tuesday, but these players are ready. They've had a little mental and physical break and they're ready to roll.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Ethan?
Yeah, you said that you watched Harvard play Princeton in the Ivy League series. Will you talk about maybe if you can recall things that stood out to you about Harvard?
Oh, I was just tracking it. Tracking it. There were so many going on. And so on that day, I was just like tracking their format. I didn't get to see it.
Okay.
So don't put me on the spot like that, Ethan. I have
No.
my research to do in the next couple of days, but just having, obviously knowing Harvard, I had some good friends that have coached there. Obviously getting Princeton last year and with Lisa, I knew that had to be a really good battle between those two. And so I was just live statting it more than anything.
Okay, and then you're good. I wasn't expecting a in-depth scouting report. And then I know Austin and his team this week had a really busy week with hosting SEC, and now they're going to turn around and host this. Will you just speak on, I guess they really, in most of all the press conferences this past week, other coaches spoke highly of the work that they do. Could you talk a little bit about what that takes to turn around after an event like that and now gear up for another tournament?
Well, it takes a lot of heart and a lot of investment because, and a lot of pride in what you do. I mean, they were asked a ton this past weekend, the grounds crew, especially with the weather, and the event staff and everybody, the sports information and media, everybody with the weather and the delays, and then to turn it around and 3-4 days later, host a NCAA regional. It's a lot of work, but our crew does a tremendous job. It was really incredible and not surprising at all to hear everybody rave about everybody that was involved in putting on the SEC tournament, all of our staff. It's not surprising at all to me. I think they're the best of the best. But it's asking a lot to now turn it around and host a regional. And we kind of joked about it the other day, and everybody's ready to go. I think that they love this team as much as all of us. They're invested in these student athletes, and they're ready to make it a top-notch event.
And then last thing I'll ask is to see the berm and just Bogle the way that it was this week. How exciting is that now? Y'all built some consistency with this is the third time that a regional's coming to Fayetteville. How exciting, I guess, after seeing that atmosphere this week, are you for?
Well, it was, our fans are incredible, and we've had some just electric atmospheres that they've created. And I even think that this conference tournament, our game in the conference tournament, they took it up a notch. And so I'm excited for them to pour into Bogle this coming weekend. I thought your tweet was incredible about it being the most attended SEC tournament. We probably should just host it in Fayetteville every time. No, but Fayetteville, they have embraced softball, and Hog fans have embraced softball. And it was really cool. Even, I went for the championship game for a little bit, and there was just softball fans out there. And so they've embraced the sport, they've embraced this program, and they've been tremendous for us, and they're the best. I mean, the numbers prove it now, not just me saying it. They're the best.
Thanks, Courtney. I'm sure Austin doesn't want it hosted every year here, but
I know. Hopefully he didn't hear me. He does not want to host it every year, but they did an incredible job, and it was really cool to see those numbers so high.